Okay, good morning and welcome back everybody to another Arkansas River fishing report. My name is Michael. It is early August. July is behind us now. We are just upstream of Buena Vista. We're going to do some fishing and talk about the conditions. Okay, current conditions on the Arkansas River are gorgeous. I'm looking at crystal clear water right now. Flows have been holding steady for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Not much has changed in terms of flow. And usually the target flow down at Wellsville is 700 CFS through August 15th. That target has changed a little bit this year due to lower snowpack. So they're trying to maintain 600 to 650 CFS downstream of us through August 15th. After the 15th, we're going to see conditions change pretty significantly. So look for that in a couple of weeks, but for now, things are looking really solid. The weather the past week, we've been dealing with a lot of afternoon thunderstorms and some heavy rains, but the weather outlook looks much drier. So I'm looking at a lot of 80-degree days, a lot of sunny conditions. It's going to be ideal time to get out. Water's still nice and cool up here. So today's a very similar day to what we're going to be seeing in the short-term forecast. Sunny and warm. On a day like today, it's late morning right now. We got down to the river. When we're walking through the bushes, a lot of caddisflies are still flying out of the bushes. As we look out on the water, we're seeing really small mayflies, little tricos cruising above the water. We're seeing some caddis dancing around, and also a few PMDs as well. So look for those types of bugs in the morning. As the day progresses, you might find yourself in a bit of a lull in between hatches. That's when we really like to suspend a nymph down below a dry fly, or if you like nymphing, midday could be a really good time to focus on that. And then later in the evening, as is the case most of the summer, that's when our dry fly opportunities seem to be best, and the caddis really take flight, and you might see some more hatches and mayflies later in the day. So, you know, everything's subject to change. Every day is a little different on the water, but those are some things you can kind of expect when the weather's like this. So taking those things into consideration, the weather and the current flows and the outlook for our flow situation, it's a great time to do wade fishing, but float fishing is still our specialty, upriver fly fishing. And if you want the opportunity to float in Browns Canyon and have that exceptional experience, the next 2 weeks, well, less than 2 weeks really, is that available time for that. So we will still run float trips after August 15th, but we're going to have to be a little bit more selective with where we float, and places like Browns Canyon probably are not going to be available after that time. Other opportunities right now, and one of my personal favorites, is the Alpine Lakes. Those Alpine Lakes, most of the cutthroats that you find at those lakes right now are done with their spawning behavior. We're seeing a lot more fish cruising and looking for food. So we've had some really good alpine trips lately. With this weather forecast, that's a great option too. You know, those afternoon thunderstorms can kind of chase us out of the mountains sometimes. But with these longer sunny days, getting up in the high country in August, that might be the best month for fishing the alpine lakes. So that's something to consider if it's a little too warm down here in the valley bottom for you. Okay, so for today, the way I've decided I want to fish is I've got 2 rods with me, which isn't always ideal, but that's something I'm willing to do because I enjoy it. So 1 rod is set up for dry fly fishing because we're always hopeful in the summertime to get fish to rise, and you know, dry fly fishing is the best in a lot of people's opinion. My other rod, opposite end of the spectrum. So we got the tight line Euro nymphing setup on my other rod. For those times when fish aren't coming up to the surface and you want to work over this Arkansas River pocket water really effectively and thoroughly, it's super effective to use some heavy tungsten nymphs and a longer rod and do some tight lining, especially when it's calm like it is right now. So I am looking forward to that. That's how I'm gonna fish. We'll show you some of the flies that I was using today at the end of the video, as usual. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll see if we can catch some fish. Okay, so thought we'd just do a quick little debrief. Fished for a couple hours there. When I was talking about the conditions, I said they were calm, and then they turned out not to be as calm as I had hoped. That made me a bit of a struggle bus on the Euro nymphing, but I did put it together and caught some fish. As far as bugs we saw, they're just kind of off and on. A lot of really small caddis and microscopic mayflies out there. No real big flies hatching or no big rises by any fish. Fished the dry fly just for a little bit to no luck. So nymphing was the way to go for me today, and finally got in the spot and got in a rhythm and was able to catch a good bunch of fish. So that was fun. I'll show you some bugs I was using. We'll see you back at the shop.